I've been advocating for a number of months, if not years, that Canada needs a new government. This one is incompetent. And then people say to me, well, yeah, but then Poilievre would be Prime Minister. I go, yeah? They say, well, we don't like him. John Capobianco joins me right now because he is a big conservative and a strategist for years and years. I want to put that point to you. I know a woman who says, don't talk to me about Poilievre. I don't care how bad Trudeau is. He is bad. But this guy I don't like. And there's some people are saying women don't like him. And that's a big problem in an election.
Stephen, I'll agree with you when the one thing you said, which is it's time for a change of government because this government is broken and it is broken. But let me tell you though, I think Pierre Poilievre has made so much strides forward and positively since he's become leader of the Conservative Party, and the polling numbers are starting to show that. Now polls are always a snapshot in time, and they always change. But he
has this image problem.
But he's trending in the right direction, though, Stephen. He's trending in the right direction.
Tell me about that, because I know because we're the head of the Liberals right now, but there's still that thing there. And urban centers, oh, we don't like him. So an image is everything. He could be the best prime minister ever, and with a bad image, so he's not going to get elected. So what's going on?
And also in elections, as you know, people vote governments out, not necessarily governments in.
Right.
And I remember seeing that with...
But you've got to be an alternative.
Well, that's right. And I remember seeing that with Stephen Harper and Mike Harris when people originally didn't like either one of them when they became leaders of their respective parties and then ended up becoming leaders, premier and prime minister. That's the case with Pierre Poilievre. I know this guy is going to be the next prime minister because he's doing the right things. He's talking about pocketbook issues. He's laser focused on those pocketbook issues. And he's building a narrative about the Liberals being this tax and spend entitled government. You know, millions of dollars, $1 billion to a consultant, Stephen?
And to some of those contracts to your friends and neighbors.
Friends and neighbors.
So, if I was looking at this from a politician's point of view, and I'd say, well, the polls are saying that a lot of women don't like me. He's got this young wife who is intelligent, good looking, mother of 2 children, and, you know, why isn't he taking her out?
Well, and he is. And in fact, the first thing he did as leader of the Conservative Party was have his wife introduce him as leader. And that was her coming out party in a sense of being out there for him as his partner and spouse. And you're going to be seeing a lot more of her because he's got a wonderful family story that is so Canadian. That is so Canadian that people can relate to it, Stephen, and that's what's going to touch people. People are going to say, this guy represents me, much like the other leaders who they didn't like originally became.
No. It's a great, great story that has to get out there. What about women who will be running for your party? I mean, when Chrétien, they said, well, you're yesterday's man, he said, oh, I got all these young people around me. What about bringing a lot of, well, that was in 93. What about bringing female candidates out?
Well, we're going to be focused on that, and we've always have been focused on that. Unlike the Prime Minister who calls himself the feminist Prime Minister, and then ended up firing 2 or 3 of his top female cabinet ministers.
So it's going to be, so the Conservative Party, our viewers now know that you're going to be focusing on that.
Well, yeah, absolutely. It'll be something that we'll be looking at for sure.
Okay. We won't see much more of you. We'll bring them on here in 3 minutes. Thank you very much. The Trudeau-subsidized media cannot engage you in the discussions. They can't even present the discussions that we do here on this channel, which are critical to the health and future of Canada. So, to help us keep broadcasting, please contribute financially. The address is below. You can write a check, PayPal, and please subscribe.